Just yesterday and said, "Where have you been? Haven't seen you in a long time." Well, I've been sick. I was at home. But people recognize me that much. They know me. And I don't know them. Or either they know me from years back, say 5 years back, and I don't remember them, but they remember me. I don't know whether that's good or not. I wish I had on my other hat, because it has all different kinds of pins all over it. It's like a regular hat, but it's a burgundy felt. And I have all different kinds of pins. I have my father's FBI badge and his logo pin. He died in 2002. And I have his pen. He and I were very, very close. I mean, I bonded with him before I bonded with my mother, and thank God I bonded with my mother before she died. She's not dead yet. And thank God she realizes how much I love her. We used to fight like cats and dogs. I mean, I'd get off the plane and I'd see her and I'd say, I'd be real mad. And she was in the Navy. She was very stern and very strict, but when I wrote last year, the entire family in Colorado thought that she was adults, thought that she was going to die. And so I wrote a eulogy and sent it to my sister to read at the funeral, should she die and I not be able to get there. And all of a sudden these warm words were flowing out of my pen. My mother is stern, but she has a very warm heart. She's a former guidance counselor. She loves to help people. And so do I. I love helping people. I think more people should do that. I have to ask someone else, can you give me directions to so-and-so? I don't drive, so I don't know them. Or people will stop me and they'll say, how do I get to such and such? So I don't know. I know where he is, but I'm not good at directions because I can't drive. My parents talked me out of driving by the time I reached 18. I didn't want to drive. I had petit mal epilepsy and I was having 15 to 16 seizures a day. Plus lots of horse pill medicines, pills that were like that, capsules, 36 a day.
Wow.
And Mother and Dad kept saying, Cecilia, do you really want to get behind the wheel of a car, have a seizure, possibly kill yourself, plus other people? So by the time I turned 18, I didn't want to drive. I had no desire to drive. But just for the heck of it, I went to the motor vehicle agency. And they said, you can't drive unless you're seizure-free for 6 months. And in Massachusetts, it's 8 months. But I don't care. I'm used to walking. I've always looked upon my feet as my wheels. Anybody, as my parents always said, anybody can say, I can't do it, or give up. But if you keep going, you'll probably get it done. It's easy to give up, but it's hard to keep going, yet you make it because you want to do it. And I think if everybody was themselves, the whole world would be happier and smoother. But so many people try to be what they aren't. For example, in makeup, or in how they walk, what they say, what they don't say. And, I mean, like this morning, I saw a fella outside, Adams, and I said, would you like a cup of coffee? Because I had a coupon that I needed to use up, a gift certificate that I needed to use up. It was so old, the writing was fading. And he said, sure. I said, well, come on in, because I have a gift certificate I need to use up. And we talked. Turns out he's lost his job. He's gay, and his brother hates him because he's gay. But what's wrong with being gay? If that's your thing, then be gay. Don't try to be straight. If you're straight, be straight. Don't try to be gay. But that doesn't mean you can't help other people. And I told him I strongly felt that, and I strongly feel that over all the different religions, for example, in the world should break down the religious walls of one wall of each church. The people should join hands and work together. And I have found I see a psychotherapist every 2 weeks. Excuse me for jumping around. And he got me to start making a journal, writing my thoughts down either for the day or for the week or whenever. And I think that has helped so much. Like, for instance, when I write a letter to the editor, I'll write it, but then I'll think, well, it's no use to take it in. It's not going to be printed, but yet I feel better for having written it. And I leave it in the book for him to read. So I've got 5 big pages of scrapbook. Well, it's really 10, because it's, each side. So it's 5 one size, 2 pages, 5. It's 2 times 5, 10 pages of editorials dating back to the Advocate, when the Advocate was still in business, and it's not in business. It hadn't been in business for quite a while. And they're turning.
Okay, what do you have there, C?
I have my family. The 2 big leaves are my mother and father. The first small leaf is me. The second small leaf, is my middle sister. And the tiniest leaf is my youngest sister in California. My mother would always say, why must you be so abstract? Why must you put a meaning to everything? I don't know, I've always been abstract. I've taken art all my life. I took it grades 1 through 11, and I went to Corcoran Art Gallery, and then I went to Richmond Professional Institute, College of William and Mary, 2.5 years, but I failed the academic courses the second time, and I had to leave the college, and I was very embarrassed, so I dropped it. It's come back to me to some extent. As you can see in these leaves, 5 leaves. And I collect the soda can tops. Our church is collecting them. North Truro Church. But a lodge member comes in, picks them up, and they take them to the lodge center, and they use them to buy things for the blind children. And I think that's wonderful. Long time. I mean, in reality, I was baptized Catholic, but when people my age started going to confession and saying the same thing over and over, being good till Sunday, and then committing the same sin, I got disgusted. I joined the Episcopal Church because I felt like you could be more of yourself. And then I joined a church in North Truro just about 10 years ago. A man goes out of his way, he comes into Provincetown, picks me up, and goes back to North Truro. And then after church, he comes into Provincetown, he goes back to North Truro. Sometimes he takes me grocery shopping or to the Stop and Shop for picking up medicine. And he's 82. So I don't think he's going to be able to do it much longer. I really don't. What is it? Oh, I was supposed to take care of a dog day before yesterday, and the person couldn't come on Sunday, and the person couldn't come to Moshaw, where I live. It's a housing for the elderly and handicapped. He couldn't make it to the AA meeting. I don't know whether he was afraid that they were going to tell him he couldn't come with his dog. I said, just bring the dog to me, I love animals. So I got this in honor of the dog. And I had I have a chair that I put over in front of my shop, and it's too heavy for me to bring into the apartment. So I took the cushion off and the back cushion off. So I had a little bed for him, plus a shoe for him to eat on if he wanted to. He's a whenever I see him with his master, he just follows his master, and the minute the master stops, he sits down. And he's very calm. You'd think he was a puppy, but he's an 11-year-old Shetland sheepdog.
Wow. Can you turn your face so I can see it? I'm just going to turn in here.
I had a cat on my cheek, on the other cheek, last week, and I forget the name of the person who did it. I think he's just starting out. But this is at least the 2nd or 3rd year that I've seen him. Yet he's rather new at this field of art. family on my finger. Big ring was given to my mother by my father, and then she gave it to me. The little ring was bought by my parents for my daughter to give to me when she was 12. And I know it's 12 because of 12 ridges. And then I wear my father's wedding band, closest to my heart. I almost lost it, thought I had lost it yesterday. And I found it someplace else. I was very relieved because I was quite upset at the thought that it was gone.
So where did you lose it, where you thought you lost it?
I think it was at Cape Cod Hospital. No, it was in my bathroom, and I had a seizure. And for some reason I had taken them off. And I'd forgotten that I had the seizure. So I didn't know where it was. It just was gone. And I was very disheartened. Because my father means a lot to me. I'm sure I bonded with my father way before I did with my mother. My mother and I used to fight like cats and dogs. We don't anymore. And I'm glad that she can see how much I love her before her death. Because what good does love do you when you're in the graveyard or when you've been turned into ashes? She lives in Colorado, and when she dies, she's going to be cremated and sent here and buried next to my father so Dad can massage her feet. She has feet trouble, and so do I. And Dad she would soak her feet every night when we lived here on the Cape. So he's got his hands full when she comes back.